gone over the years. In fact, they've collated some remarkable statistics and stories about how taxpayer dollars have been wasted in Afghanistan in the last few years. The data is drawn from the findings of the U.S. government's own Special Inspector General for Afghanistan Reconstruction. Megan McCluskey wrote the piece for
Really, and think of other people as if they really were fellow passengers in this one life, and not as another race of creatures bound on their other journeys. And therefore, Uncle, though it has never put a scrap of gold or silver in my pocket, I believe Christmas has done me good.
All the way home, they begged me and prodded and pinched and pulled to try to get the story out on what we were.
I'm out here doing what I love the most, being far, far away from people. So, 25-kilometer walk. Camped in the bush last night in a lean-to. The goal was to build a Quincy, but that takes a lot of time. And it took me a day just to get here. I drove on the winter roads from Edmonton. It's about, 9 hours to get here, Fort Chipewyan. And then I walked 25 kilometers northeast. I drove as far as I possibly could and then walked 25 kilometers. So I got a good day just to get myself out of here. I'm bitter cold. This is my first time this winter being this cold. My fingers are a bit numb, toes are numb, and I'm loving it. This is what I like to do, come and climatize myself. The temperature is about minus 30 overnight, so I think that's minus 22 Fahrenheit or something like that. Can't remember, I'll have to Google that. So I'm not a big believer in chopping wood in these types of situations. This fire is going to split these logs. I don't have to do any physical work on these logs. They're just going to burn through. I'll flip the ends in. I'm hoping to build a Quincy tonight actually. So I'll show you a couple shots of the lake here that I'm working with. So it's been a couple winters since I stayed in a Quincy. They're amazing. Last time I think it was minus 40 and very windy. So without that Quincy, I don't think a person would make it through one night out on a lake like that. So Quincy's are lifesavers. A lean-to with a fire is just as good, really. Sometimes it's the easier preferred method because you're not digging around in the snow out in the middle of an open lake. So I'm going to give that a try. This is something I'm really passionate about. Trying all these different things, different scenarios. I usually leave everything behind, so don't have a tarp out here, don't have a tent, I don't have anything. I don't even have a knife right now. I left my knife in my car on purpose when I walked in because I try to forget a few things on purpose just as a reminder to myself how much you actually need those items. We're approaching the shortest days of the year. Actually, that might be tonight. So I'm going to be out here shortest day of the year. This far north, it'll be dark by, 4 p.m., 4:15, and won't get any serious daylight till about 8 a.m. So it's really short days, long nights to be sitting out in minus 30 next to a fire or inside a Quincy. Well, it's Sunday morning, and I'm about a kilometer from my car. It's going to feel good to get out of here. Well, I'm back to my car. Hey guys, fast forward about 10 days and I'm back out trying to climatize myself again out in the winter. It's not quite as cold now and I'm about 300 kilometers to the south, just a little bit north of Fox Creek. A pretty isolated place again. There is some oil and gas activity around, but try to get as far off the beaten track as possible. So this time I walked in about 10 kilometers to a dense patch of spruce. it's been pretty nice. And the reason I decided to film again is because today I actually got a grouse. So you just step on the wings and pull up on the legs, and everything just rips right out of there, leaving just the breast meat and the wings. So I try to use absolutely everything, so I'm gonna throw that close to the fire and pick away at it. For the wings, I just snap them. I don't need a knife or anything for this. There's one wing gone. Easy as that. And I'll save that too to pick away at it. Try to use the feathers for something. There's the other wing, just a matter of seconds. Gone. I actually love the smell of doing this. And now I start getting into the gizzard and heart and some intestines there. I'll eat all of that. And now, how long was that? 30 seconds? I got this with a slingshot about 2 hours ago, so it was a little bit frozen. A little bit harder than doing it really fresh, but it was still pretty tender, pretty fresh. So look at that. That's 30 seconds, and I have the breast meat. Now all I need is a stick, and the fire is pretty much raging now. Just got to put a stick through the center of the breastbone, and we're cooking. All right, that should do it. I'll set this up on the fire and get cooking. This is the gizzard. A lot of people throw it away, but it's a trophy to me. It's one of the main things I'm after, one of the main things I crave. So I don't have a knife. I gotta start this with this stick. Very easy to clean again. Every part of the grouse is so easy. So this stick, now the fire's flaring up, so I gotta watch my chicken here. So that's the gizzard. There's all the stuff inside. That's the stuff we don't want. And normally with a knife, you pull that thick layer of skin off. But I don't have a knife, so I gotta do it like this. Looks like it's ready to me. Nice white tender meat. This is gonna be delicious. Oh, by the way, today is Boxing Day. I hope everyone enjoyed their holidays. Merry Christmas and Happy New Year. And hopefully your dinner is as good as this. And here's the gizzard, nicely cooked right through. Well, it's 4:15 p.m. It's getting dark up here in northern Canada, northern Alberta. So I'm gonna call it a night.